this town. Right, heading for 20 minutes to 5. We'll sort the TV out with Shemla of the Radio Times very shortly. But right now, let us talk about the environment and the climate, because more than 100 solar panels have been installed on the roof of Shinfield St Mary's Primary School. They'll be able to generate enough power for more than 40 homes, and they hope that it will help them tackle rising energy prices and be more sustainable. So is it a good investment? Let's find out. Matt Knight is their Head of Sustainability and Ecology. Hello to you there, Matt.
Hello again, Phil. You all right?
Yeah, good. Very good indeed. You seem to be happy. You got some panels there to reduce your energy bills here. So why? Was it just about the money, or was there more to it?
Yeah, obviously there's more to it. It does help, obviously, with a finite budget that we can reduce that down by putting energy back into the system. But yeah, obviously the children themselves learn a lot to do with the renewable energy. So yeah, I suppose it's two-pronged. But yeah, it's really great that obviously we've been chosen as one of the first 50 schools and buildings in Wokingham to get that done. I think they've got a target, some in the region of 220, I think, by 2030. So yeah, they've got big ambitions to do that across the borough.
Obviously, perhaps you're fortunate the way the school is, because whatever happens with solar panels, you can't change the sun. They have to be in a certain place. So it just works nicely, does it?
Well, it needs to be south-facing ideally, I suppose. But we have flat roofs, so I suppose that's ideal. It can catch the sun all day round. I suppose that the biggest issue we have in this country is the weather. It can generate up to as much as 1.3 megawatts, but it could be as low as just 1. So it really depends on the year, what kind of a summer we're having. But obviously it all does help towards our energy bills and keeping us green, I guess.
And it will make an impact. What about the involvement of your students? Did it have an impact on them, not only seeing how useful it can be to almost create your own energy using the sun, but just the planning and I suppose a lesson learned?
Yeah, absolutely. We're very fortunate that before the large array was put in, we do have a biodome which is solar powered. So they've had a little inkling into how it works. But yeah, it's across the curriculum. So we study it in our lessons. We're lucky to have a drone fly up above us. Obviously, it's a bit dangerous to take the kids on the roof. I don't think I'd get the health and safety side up on that one. So yeah, but they can see it firsthand. You can't even tell they're there without, obviously having a camera up above you. But yeah, 116, all the children now know lots and lots about the renewable energies. And I think it's just great, obviously, that they'll be going out into jobs in 10, 15 years' time, and hopefully they'll be working in renewable energies themselves. So it is fantastic.
It is remarkable. I announced you as a school having a head of sustainability and ecology. They didn't have that job title when I was at school.
I think I may be the only one. It's evolved. I've been at the school for 10 years. I've been actively running the eco program for probably about 8, I suppose, of those. And yeah, it's just kind of snowballed from there to the point now where I'm really, really lucky in my job. 2 days a week, I take classes out from the school and we focus on a different area of either ecology or sustainability. So it could be planting trees, could be learning about solar panels, aquaponics, pretty much fast fashion, anything you could think of to be tied into these things. And yeah, we're doing it here at the school. So really cutting edge. It's fantastic.
Primary school children especially are interested in nature and things like that anyway. Now they're getting this extra lesson on sustainability, ecology, everything that comes with it. So you feel like you're pushing at an open door. They really want to learn. They want to take that on.
Yeah, definitely. And, we've been really, really fortunate. We've been involved in the last 2 COPs, the COP25 in Madrid and COP26 up in Glasgow. Our children were broadcast live from there, so that was unreal, really. We've been involved with Ewan McGregor. That's probably the strangest one yet, I guess. We did a music video with him and some other schools. So it's just, I suppose, it's about just getting the message out there. We work with the local council, Wokingham Borough, to promote this across the entire borough. I sit on the board now where some amazing people are on that board, and we're just coming up with different ideas to try and tackle the problems which are arising from overuse of fossil fuels, I guess, and how we can look to the future, I suppose.
How showbiz are you, being part of COP26 and Ewan McGregor?
I was going to say, I don't know if you recognise my voice, but I've been on with Fruity Fruity, so that's the charity we run as well. So
where we are, you're all over the place. I'm impressed.
Yeah. I honestly don't like spare time, I think.
Of course, that's what it is.
Definitely.
On the subject of COP26, because obviously environment, the Reading West MP Alok Sharma, of course, president of COP26, has said that he says world leaders should make good on the agreements they reached there. And he says young people around the world won't forgive them if they don't act. Let's have a listen to him now.
Research published last September found that almost 60% of young people globally felt that governments were, and I quote, betraying me and future generations.
And that phrase, betraying me and future generations, do you get that sense when talking to the pupils about climate and environment at your school?
Yeah, very definitely. It's a very kind of passionate subject. I think that the problem, and I can see where children are coming from this, at the end of the day, we'll be eventually handing this planet over to them, and it needs to be in a decent state for them to care for. And if we don't sort of act now, I think the consensus is that, well, actually, by the time they get it, it could already be too late. And I suppose that's why everybody is sort of saying we need to act now. We need to try and stop the reversal. It has to happen from the current generation. We can't be passing this back down the line 2 generations, 3 generations down the line. It really needs to be looked at right now. And I guess that's possibly where the betrayal will come from, I suppose, because I think actually if you look at it across the world, we do have a tendency to agree on a lot of things, but when it actually comes to doing them, not so hot, I suppose. And that's possibly, where the likes of Greta Thunberg, etc., to say that, hey, actually, guys, you said you're going to do this. You really need to be doing this now.
Matt, thank you very much indeed. I do hope you get some sunshine as well. It's been one of the greyest days we've ever had.
I hope so too, yeah.
Solar panels actually may work. But really good to speak to you. Thank you very much indeed there, Matt. Matt is the head of sustainability and ecology. They've just put some solar panels in at Shinfield St Mary's Primary School. So good luck with those. I don't think we're going to get much sunshine tomorrow either, but it may come. It's BBC Radio Berks at 4:45.